Well, we're now just hours away from Kamala Harris becoming the first woman of color to officially accept a major party's nomination for President of the United States. But some of you may still be asking, who exactly is Kamala Harris and how did she get here? Well, our Nikole Killion has the answers for us from our Washington bureau. Nikole, it is great to see you. Many voters know that Harris was a prosecutor and a senator before becoming the vice president. But tell us a little bit more about her upbringing and how it shaped the trajectory of her career.
Well, I think that's something you'll likely hear about tonight from the vice president herself. She was born in Oakland, California, grew up in a neighborhood called Berkeley Flats. She was part of the second class or wave of students to help integrate Berkeley public schools. And so we talked to one of her old childhood friends, a woman by the name of Carol Porter, who rode with her on the bus as part of that class that was bused to a local elementary school. And, you know, she talked to us about the relationship that they had, about the impact that experience had on them growing up. And she also talked to me very personally about Kamala Harris's mother, Shamala, who was an immigrant from India, and the critical role that she played in the vice president's life. Take a listen.
Shamala was everything for Maya and Kamala. She was the core of their life. And she took them with her to work. She took them to protests with her. They were everything for her.
And so, of course, Maya being the vice president's sister, but, you know, her mother was a single mom, as you heard there, worked very hard to raise both Kamala and her sister. So, again, something that the vice president has leaned on throughout her career, talking about her mom, someone who was with her every step of the way until she passed in 2009.
Yeah, and we've heard some stories about her mom from the convention stage here over the past 3 days. Nikole, you also spoke with one of Harris's former mentors who once had a romantic relationship with her. We've heard about this from time to time, but tell us what he told you about Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we also sat down with former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, who also served as the Speaker of the California Assembly and was pretty much a kingmaker, if you will, in California politics. This is someone who was very influential, particularly in the mid-90s, not only in terms of Kamala Harris's career as a mentor, but also people like Gavin Newsom, the now governor of California, Nancy Pelosi before she became Speaker of the House. So he did serve as a political mentor. And yes, their relationship was romantic for a period in time. So I asked him more specifically about the nature of that relationship. Here's what he had to say. How would you characterize that relationship?
It's a great friendship. Great friendship.
One that still exists?
Oh, yes.
When's the last time you've spoken with her?
It's been a long time. Been a very long time. Years. And I miss that.
And what would you say to her now?
Don't stop. You're almost there.
So the former mayor certainly still has an affinity for the vice president, even though they haven't been in as close a contact. But he did talk to me about the significance of this moment, about her accepting the nomination and how she really broke a lot of barriers in California politics, also becoming the first woman of color to serve as San Francisco DA at a time where he says, you know, it really was an old boys network, you know, becoming Attorney General for the state of California in 2010 and then again going on to become U.S. Senator. He said that she has a way with people, you know, that she is compassionate, she is someone who listens, and he thinks that is why she has been so successful in politics.
Now, you don't always get a peek inside the private life of a public figure like Kamala Harris, so it's really interesting, Nikole, to see those interviews with people who played a role that was pivotal in her past. Thank you so much for sharing those with us.
You bet.